checks like Nike. Let me give you a good night kiss.
What's up, you guys? If I'm being honest, I didn't really want to make this video. I considered making it last night, and I considered making it again right now, and I'm going to try my best to get through this and not cry, because for those of you that don't know me, which I assume many of you who watch don't know me personally, at least I hope that you guys don't know me personally. You may not know that Kobe is my favorite, well, Kobe Bryant was my favorite player growing up. If you've watched enough videos, you've definitely heard me mention him a bunch of times. I've always said Kobe is my GOAT. I always said Kobe's better than LeBron. I've never seen Jordan play, really. I'm 19. But Kobe is my GOAT. I grew up watching him play. The reason I started watching basketball. But I know as soon as I get into the details of this, I'm going to be upset. So a lot of you guys know my favorite player is Zach LaVine. The reason for that is because he reminded me of Kobe at the time. That is why he's my favorite player. But I want to give you guys my reaction to his death, which sounds unreal to say, and I'm going to do my best to keep myself composed, because I found out about the news yesterday when I was at work around 2:30. Thought it was fake. Kept my cool until 8 o'clock, 7 o'clock. I got out of work and I cried my entire drive home, an hour and a half. I came home, stopped crying for a bit, went to bed, cried myself to sleep, woke up. For a brief moment I thought maybe I wouldn't be upset, but I think I was sadder today than I was yesterday. If I'm being honest, it doesn't feel real. The words, the death of Kobe Bryant, mean absolutely nothing to me. It doesn't get me nearly as choked up as I get when I start to talk about what Kobe meant to me. And for some reason, that makes me cry a lot. Now, I know that it's a really hard feeling to explain, but I also know that you guys are all NBA fans, and whether you loved or hated Kobe, this one hurt. And Kobe was actually one of those guys that you either really loved or really hated. He was really headstrong, and at the time, I want to say unfortunately, but fortunately for me, he was one of the guys that I loved, because I don't know if I ever would have continued watching basketball had I not seen Kobe do what he did. I first saw Kobe the season he won a ring, his 4th ring. Maybe it was even his 5th ring. The 2009 season, 2010 season, back-to-back champs. Those Lakers were everything to me. I was probably around 8 or 9. First time I saw Kobe, I looked at the television screen. I saw a purple jersey, and it was as simple as that. I said, that's my team. And lucky for me, they had a star that ended up changing how I even really viewed the world. Now, Kobe was famous for his MAMBA mentality, and that is something I've always lived by, not even by having to do with Kobe. It's just I have a lot of the same feelings Kobe has. I've always liked players that reminded me of Kobe. It's not even on purpose. I said this recently. I believe I actually cut it out of the video, because I sometimes catch myself going on about Kobe or Zach, and I cut them. And in retrospect, I kind of wish I hadn't. Any player I like reminds me of Kobe, because he'll tell you he's the best. He came into the league and said, I want to be better than Michael Jordan, and he's the only one that's ever come close to really doing it, in the sense of that. LeBron stat-wise, yeah, but I'm talking about what Kobe really did. Now, obviously, I only got to see really the second half of his career, but I've spent the past 10 years of my life as a die-hard NBA fan, and that all started with Kobe. We all have a Kobe story, and like I said, he was one of those players you either loved or hated. And since a young age, I've always really identified with people I saw in like the spotlight. That's just who I am. That's who I've always been. I'm a very passionate person. If I love something, I'll love it a lot, and I won't change. I haven't changed since I was 9 years old. If you know me, my friends probably even get annoyed with, I'll go on and on about things that I love, that I'm passionate about, and I take a lot of pride in that. I have a lot of pride. In fact, that's why I hold back from crying a lot, but these past few days I have not been able to do that. Even when I'm alone, I like to kind of push away those feelings, and I haven't been able to do that. I'm actually really surprised. I'm fine right now. Maybe it's because the camera's here, but I've only really had one friend that can probably testify to this for the 10 years of the friendship. So shout out to you, Maya, if you're watching. I know you watch a lot of my videos, all of my videos, I hope. I was like 9 years old. I would talk to my friends about the stuff I loved. Kobe Bryant being one of them. I'd wear my jerseys to school, him and Lamar Odom. Those Lakers, Andrew Bynum, Luke Walton, Derek Fisher, Ron Artest, like I think I said Andrew Bynum. Even the bench guys, they were like superstars to me. Lamar, Shannon Brown, like all those guys were the best players in my mind, and that was my first like love for basketball, and that's where my passion started. And it all started at Kobe, and until I discovered Zach, everything was Kobe. There was no one that even compared to him, and Zach's the first person that really made me feel like I had like someone else to really love like that. And I said it, Zach's the only person that's ever made me love the sport more than Kobe did. But it sucks because basketball is so important to me, and I would really not have one of my biggest passions in the world without Kobe, because the only reason I watch is from him, and the only reason I like Zach is from him, and those are two of my favorite things. I found out about the news. I was at work. I saw someone Instagram storied it, and it said 41 seconds ago, and it said Kobe Bryant, 41, dead in a helicopter crash, and I was, that heart stopped kind of thing. I screenshotted it, put it on my private story, said, if this is real, no one talk to me. But it wasn't real yet. It wasn't real to me yet. Called my mom. Mom, Kobe Bryant died. And she was like, what? No way. And I'm like, yeah, no, Mom, I think he died. Let me know if you hear anything, because I was at work, and for some reason we had customers. I work in an ice cream place, and it was freezing. But of course, the time I found out there were customers, so I quickly typed in Kobe Bryant on Google. LeBron James surpasses Kobe Bryant. LeBron and Kobe, legends. But then one article, like third or fourth, TMZ, Kobe Bryant dead. Nothing else. It's fake, right? It's not real. Hands are shaking. Everyone comes to Dairy Queen, famous for soft ice cream, starts ordering hard ice cream. My hands are shaking. I can't get it in the cone. 3 in a row, get hard ice cream, and I'm like, I can't, my hands are shaking. And so I go on Instagram. The first post I see for Kobe, Michael Kendricks of the Seahawks. You're a legend. And I'm like, alright, he saw the same fake article I saw. Post notification from Twitter, Zach Levine. I'm shook. And that's when it sunk in, like, this is really happening. I turned on ESPN, the X Games were on. Eventually it was all Kobe, and I watched it. I found out at 2:30. I could find the exact time I found out. I could talk about this forever, and I don't care if no one watches this video. I don't care how long it is. I just need to get this one out there. I found out at 2:35. This is what I seen, which is 11:35 California time, which was about an hour after his death. There was no news that Gianna was even dead yet, which is another horrible thing. This is my screenshot from Zach. So at 2:42 I knew it was real. I changed my lock screen, something I haven't done for 6 years, and then it became real. And oh, LeBron just posted. I'm not going to read that right now, but I'm kind of getting off track. I chose the reason I'm not getting into what I really want to say is because it upsets me, but I've never really loved someone as deeply as I loved a few of people. I've always idolized people that are very successful. They all have that similar mindset, think they're the best kind of thing. It's just, that's kind of how I am, and I loved Kobe as a kid. Like I said, I never changed. I have that one friend that could testify to this. I was 10 years old. My favorite athlete was Kobe Bryant. I was 10 years old. 8 years old. I picked up like a quick cam, edited a video. I now have 11 years dedicated every day of my life to filmmaking. That's what I'm going to do in my life. Basketball, film. 2011, Nicki Minaj became my favorite artist. Ask anybody I know. She is everything to me. And that is one person, and it's weird. I was talking with my younger cousins earlier this week, actually, before Kobe died. I believe it was this week. It was within a week of his death, honestly. And I said, she'd mentioned something about her favorite artist, Billie Eilish, and if she were to die, and how sad, and how, you know, after following Juice WRLD and everything. And I said, there are a couple celebrities that I wouldn't really know how to deal with it. I wouldn't be able to handle well. And I said, Niky, Levine, Kobe, a few others, and within a week he was gone. And it doesn't feel real to me. I mean, I cried when he retired, and I posted on Instagram saying a farewell and how I didn't want to say goodbye to my favorite player, and I don't even know how I'm not crying right now, man. I could say a million things about what Kobe was, and how when someone dies, everyone kind of comes together, which is, and I know the NBA world and NBA fans are devastated, and I think this is honestly the first time I've really felt this kind of like heartbreak. And lucky for me, knock on wood, you know, God bless, I've never lost anyone. This is honestly the first person this close to my heart that I've lost, and I hope that I can say that for a very long time to come. But you know, Jay Williams, I saw on ESPN, that was the first thing that teared me up, was like, you don't know, let that shit go, he said. I was okay. I was keeping my cool at work until my sister came. She asked me if I was okay. The second I had to tell her I wasn't, it was like I lost it. And I don't want you, I want you guys to know, because I know a lot of you guys are feeling the same way I'm feeling, just as an NBA fan, if not a Kobe fan, which is the worst. Don't let anyone make you feel like you can't be upset from losing an idol, losing a hero, like losing someone you don't know personally, because you could be upset. I identify more with some of these people that I look up to that I don't know than I can ever identify with anybody I know combined. I don't know what I would be doing if I never got to see Kobe play that year of my life, but I'm happy I did. It's kind of stupid to say thank you, you know, because it's not over to me, you know. I don't want Kobe to, years from now when I talk about him, I think I don't want to be a memory. It just, you know, I really lived that all, and he really was everything to me for a long time. And I wish he didn't have to retire. It didn't have to end like this, we could say that, but you know, if it has to happen, it has to happen. This is the hard part. Thank you. Thank you for being the way you were. Thank you for wearing that purple jersey that day. I don't know what I would have done had that not happened, you know. I chose it because it was my favorite color, and it ended up being like a lifestyle for me. Basketball's, this is my room. It's everything to me. for some reason. I wish it was anyone but Kobe. I wish it was no one, but I hope his legacy is kept on the right way. I don't even want to really get into his family and the kids, because that's the worst part, and it's so much more than basketball, and we say that about everything, but this is it. Like, Kobe was so much more than basketball, and that's true. Gianna was going to be the only thing that really kept on his legacy so far, and to see her go too is hurtful, because she brought him back to the game these past few years, and that's what we all wanted, was a happy retirement for Kobe. You retire just to go have this happen is the worst, and it doesn't feel real yet. Like I said, the words "death of Kobe Bryant," they kept saying it on ESPN, meant nothing to me. Seeing "rest in peace" over his face, nothing registered. The only stuff that breaks my heart is seeing his highlights, seeing his face, a face that you see. There's those certain guys you'll see. I'll see Zach on like a commercial. I'll see Kobe real quick, and I'll feel a sense of pride, a sense of happiness, like that's the person you love. Like my wall, you could tell I love photos. Every time I pass a picture of Kobe or Zach, I'd get that feeling. I'd screenshot them. I have millions of these that aren't even printed yet, and now it's like when I see him, how am I supposed to take 10 years of what made me happy and be sad all of a sudden? And that's why his death isn't really registering to me yet. I don't know if it'll ever feel real. I don't know if I'll ever not get upset. But you never know who's next. And I said that I said it after Juice died. I wasn't a big Juice fan, but it's sad. It's sad to see. This is a horrible way to bring in 2020. I wish this never happened. I don't know when the day will come where it feels real. I hope the All-Star game this year does something to honor Kobe, because and it's stupid to say I was just talking about him, because I'm always talking about him. I'm always, he's up here. Like, I skipped the letter T. I was going to put it, when I made it, I was going to make him the letter T, but he was already retired, and I thought it was, like, better to keep it guys in the league, but he's always up here. I have his 8x10 autograph somewhere. It's at my mom's house. I wish I had it with me. I have a couple jerseys that I also don't have with me. I have my t-shirts. This is his number 8 one. But for those of you that grew up like my age, a little older, you guys grew up with Kobe. You saw everything. I saw his retirement game. I saw him win those rings. I saw all them famous. I lived that, and I never thought it would have to be a memory this soon. I never thought Kobe Bryant would have to be a memory, rather than, every time I talk about him, every time he crosses my mind now, every time I compare someone to him, it's like, what does it all really mean? Honestly, I've been a lot cooler than I expected in this video. I don't like being emotional. I don't want to ever cry on camera. I don't ever want to make a 20-minute video. I hope the NBA, I can understand why they wouldn't consider the logo change. Jerry West doesn't want to be on it. I did sign the petition. I hope the NBA considers to honor Kobe some way. I said it years ago. The number 23 should be retired league-wide, and 24 should also be retired league-wide. I understand leaving number 8. I'm not just saying that because of Zach. I don't even care actually about that. All-Star game, something should be done. Whether it be numbers, something. Second black stripe is a given. Yeah, now I can't imagine how people who really, really know Kobe personally are feeling, because, we lost our favorite player. I can't imagine what it's like to know him as like a person and a man too, which we all feel that. And he's not even like, he doesn't even feel like a friend or family to me. He feels like an idol, and I never really say I idolize basketball players, because I'm not trying to be a basketball player, but Kobe's one guy that something about him I idolized, and that was off the court, and that's why he's so much bigger than basketball. And he has that thing about him, MAMBA mentality. It's not famous for no reason. He's so relevant Like, I see his face every day. Now that he's gone, it's crazy. And everyone gets on Instagram, they say they love him, they're gonna miss him, but everyone, when someone dies, wants to make it seem like they're affected, when I don't even understand that. Why would you want to be so deeply affected? Like, yeah, it's sad, pay respects, send that love, send your prayers, but to really be as deeply affected as I have been these past few days, I haven't been able to stop crying. I don't know why anyone would want that. I wasn't even going to post on Instagram because it wasn't worth it to me, but I did. I did end up posting. And that's my favorite picture of Kobe. I said, only the best die young. That's how I know you're the GOAT. I probably didn't mention half the shit I wanted to say, or I've been feeling, or been thinking these past few days. But, I just wanted to get a video out there and pay my respect. And I hope this gets better. It can't, but I hope he's remembered the way he should be, as an actual legend, and not like all that bullshit that you guys hear today when people die. And it's always a sad thing, and this one was tragic, and it didn't have to happen, and, you know, GIGI was there too, and we could go on and on, but, guys, that's really all I can really think of to say right now. He's meant a lot to me, and a lot of what I say comes back around to him. I don't remember my life really before him. I don't remember my life before basketball. And every time I do my intro, I say Nike out, and I got that from MAMBA out, so thank you guys for watching. I wish there was an easier way to tell your idols you love them, but you just gotta believe and just be inspired. And I wrote his quote up here, and it's gonna stay there forever. And I hate that this happened, and I never thought it would. Just like Kobe, Nike out. I tried to make this video this morning, and I was crying too much, so I'm not going to post that, but love you, Kobe. In words I can't explain this feeling, but I love you, Kobe. And I wish this day never happened. It was one of the worst days of my life. And it looks like this video is going to be 24 minutes long, the way it should be. Love you, Kobe.